Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma City. And in the previous video, I went on financing and things that you can do to develop multiple properties and how to go about it. So let's get a little bit more into the diversification that you may have. I work very closely with a lot of different people, especially my property manager, to find out what is the greatest demand that we can do. So the various ways that we talked about in the previous video is single family, obviously. That's the most conservative investment you can make. It's a one-on-one relationship that you have with that single home. We also talked about duplexes to quadruplexes, which put multiple properties on one lot, has a lot of efficiency, more doors, but only one mortgage. Now, we're going to put these in different areas. For instance, we're going to go more in the urban core most of the time, with multifamily, mainly because we want to be close to downtown, the state capitol, the hospital district, amenities, things that, younger people, for instance, some millennials are really looking for that are renting. Single family, we're going to be going into different school systems, and that is a changing thing. Now, for instance, the Yukon School District, 16 years ago, I sold it. Today, I'm still selling it. But Piedmont, for instance, is something that in the last few years, we've become extremely bullish upon. So we're going to kind of put you in different areas. Now, other areas that we can go into is over 55 age declared communities. We have some of that coming up in 2021. And so the nice thing about that is that you can diversify your portfolio with somebody that's probably going to be your longest term renter that you have. If they're 60 years old and they want to stay there, they may be there easily for 10 years. And so we look at things of that nature. We also go to a different city, which is Tulsa, which is the other major city in Oklahoma City. So the real key factor here is that you and I get together, and you and the property manager get together to really discuss how we develop a plan to go into different types of properties. Is that what you want to do? Now, it may be you want 10 single family homes, and that's fine. The good news about that is we talked about that 20% down on the first 4 properties, but guess what? At 25% down on a single family home, you get a better interest rate. Right now, it can be as low as 2.875% fixed for 30 years. It's crazy, right? So there are some advantages to doing that. But even with that, we're not going to put 10 homes in a single neighborhood for you. That just makes absolutely no sense. We're going to spread you out into different areas so that we don't want to oversupply. But this is the whole key of you and I getting together, discussing what you want, making sure that you understand how we work and that we have your best interest at heart and not just selling properties. And we're going to be producing the data to show you why, if you're going from that single family home, that one single family home you have, to 5 of any kind, that this is the best way to get there. This is 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it happens to be of data, so that you understand we're going with conservative numbers that day in and day out make perfectly good sense. But diversifying your portfolio as you're going up to 10 or 20 properties is going to make a huge difference for you. Just like I talked about in video 1 about diversifying in the stock market. We're going to create that plan, and it is a plan that can possibly change over the course of years. We're not going to do this all at once, but what we're going to make sure of is that your investments make sense, that you're covered, that they're working for you, and that they're something that is building wealth, making you money, not losing you money.